Coming to you live from the FN Worldwide Media Studios, located in parts unknown. It's the
FN Wrestling Show
with your host, Canada Dry and the JFB. Good morning, afternoon. If I don't see you till later, how you doing? It's me, the Domino Snowman of wherever the hell I am. I'm the JFB, James from Boston.
And I am that gingered up, bubbly, pop the lid and the foam goes everywhere. I'm Canada Dry, damn it.
He is a Le Champion. Canada Dry, the champagne of beers.
The champagne of ginger ale.
Ginger.
Hi.
Welcome.
Hello.
How are ya?
Hi, good to see you.
Nice to see
Sorry
you
I'm
too.
late. I just got off the plane and ran in here. Didn't really have a chance to get ready, just put this whatever was around.
That's awesome. We were stalling. We're like, what else can we talk about?
Well, there's plenty of things to talk about.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. The first thing I want to talk about is the badass with a great ass.
I like your t-shirt.
Thank you. I have my other Natalia shirts up as well.
Nice. While I was watching it, if you're still going to have that t-shirt, DM me and buy one. You cannot watch
definitely.
the podcast without having that shirt.
Definitely. So it was kind of cool because you had just finished a title match on House of Glory.
Yeah.
And you had smashed the belt on your opponent's face. I don't remember. It's Tasha Steelz, I think.
Yeah, that was a few months ago. Yeah.
Yeah. So then I retweeted it and said this is a badass with a great ass, and that's how it all kind of took off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think about essentially WWE taking that and using it for Carmella?
I mean, they obviously saw that somewhere online and were like, okay, that's a cool idea. Let's use it. I mean, I don't really think much about it. They stopped using it. So I guess they just figured when they saw a million people tweeting at them that it's not hers, it's my catchphrase. They were like, whatever. It's not worth it.
Well, it was funny because under one of her pictures where she said it, it's all Natalia Markova, like the Natalia Markova army was out in force.
I mean, I consider it as a win for Markova army because, like I said, I'm still using it. She's not. So, winners.
Yes.
So I got a question for you. We had Brian Idle on the show. We talked about the WrestleMania at Walmart incident. Do you want to tell the story as well? I mean, you know,
I don't think I can tell the whole story again. I mean, everybody knows the story. If somebody who missed it somehow, you can go online and there are a million articles about it. So, I mean, I don't think I should tell the whole story again. It's a long story.
Yeah.
People will be bored listening to it for 55 million times.
Just give a quick recap of pretty much what happened.
Quick recap. I mean, basically, a guy stole my purse. We tracked the guy to Walmart. He was trying to buy a TV with my credit card. But while we were walking in, Brian saw him and he tackled him to the ground. Happy end. I got my stuff back. Brian is a hero. Everybody's happy.
I gotta say, I was super impressed. Man, you guys were like two jungle cats chasing prey. I mean, they hunted him down and just tackled him to the ground. I'm like, oh my God, this reminds me of like watching when animals attack in the safari.
I mean, yeah, that was pretty impressive to see it live.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah. I mean, you never know. Go to your local Walmart. There's all kinds of shenanigans that happen at Walmart. So.
That's all kinds of stuff.
So are you where were you coming back from?
I had a little gig in New York. Nothing crazy. I'm
Oh,
always on
cool.
the road, always flying somewhere, going somewhere. Finally, can come back home and watch football.
Yeah, there you go. Who do you root for?
Secret.
Okay.
She will never tell me who her football team is. It's a secret. Like, I
Big one.
guess the team, she's like, she
Big
won't. I don't know why. What is the reason that you don't want to tell us who you root for?
Because it's too obvious. They're like, oh, what's your team? That's my team. Okay, cool, next. Who cares? Nobody cares.
Well, the thing is, wrestlers, when they go to certain towns, they put on different jerseys and it gets the crowd to pop. You ever see that?
No.
Yeah. So what happens is, like, if you go to a certain town, a lot of wrestlers, they'll put on the local sports team, and it gets them over a lot quicker. So they don't necessarily like that team, but the crowd thinks they do.
Well, I guess I try to pop the crowd with different things. I don't think a football team should be one.
Yeah, don't go for the cheap heat. Don't go for the cheap heat. Get the
I
real
think if a
heat.
football team actually shows up, then yeah, they deserve that glory, but not somebody who just wearing their jersey.
Yeah,
Definitely.
there you go. We have a video we're gonna play. You want to play it now, Canada Dry?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So we couldn't, because copyright, we can't play Billy Corgan's music. We can't play Smashing Pumpkins. So we just kind of put up some cheap music. But
Oh my God.
the feeling is still the same.
All right, here we go. Here's the clip. Where was that show at?
Well, I did a bunch of shows with Smashing Pumpkins. I don't know which one this one is exactly. We did Tampa, Washington, New York, Madison Square Garden. So maybe that was Madison Square Garden. Actually, I'm not sure. But yeah, we were in a bunch of shows with them. So I mean, that was fun.
That is awesome. I mean, that's great that you've done multiple shows. Because holy crap! I mean, the ability to hang out with Billy Corgan has been like on top of my list for like decades.
He's a really cool guy. He's cool and like not fake. He's a real guy.
Yeah,
not trying to pretend to be somebody he's not. So yeah, he's cool.
Yeah, and I mean the fact that he loves pro wrestling, and that's a big plus right there for him. Right there. I mean, in terms of how I see him,
he loves pro wrestling. I mean, he owns NWA.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
So essentially, you are touring now with Smashing Pumpkins.
I mean, kind of, yeah, but I also have a lot of stuff going on in parallel. So I'm not like touring with them 24/7. I do wrestling shows on top of that, or whatever modeling gigs I have. But I mean, I guess I can say that, yeah, because we did a bunch of shows with them.
Yeah, like tell us what that feels like. Like the New York one, I seen, and I dubbed in that the crowd cheering for that one. But the New York one, when you gave Brian Idol the cutter, it was a pop.
Yeah,
it was. Yeah,
huge. The crowd was
huge pop. Washington was huge. I mean, all of them were actually huge pop, which makes me happy because that means people love wrestling. Even when they just go there not expecting wrestling to happen, they're happy to see that. That's awesome. And I mean, it's awesome feeling to be in front of those people, cheering for you. It's awesome.
Yeah. So we'll get into NWA and all that stuff. My biggest question that I've had is, since you've become a professional wrestler, how has the women's wrestling changed over the years? I mean, has it gotten better? Is it getting worse? Is it about the same? Compared to when you got in versus where you are right now, how much change has happened for women's wrestling?
I mean, first of all, I wouldn't really separate women's wrestling from men's wrestling. Wrestling is wrestling, and honestly, I don't see much of a difference. I guess it's just improving and evolving in a way, like everything in life. So hard for me to judge. It's not like I'm there for 20 decades. So a few years, I don't think you can really judge about some changes in wrestling. For me, it gets better. I mean, I'm everywhere, all over the place, different countries, different cities. Every weekend, I'm fully booked till like February at this point. For me, it changes in a good way, so I can judge that. I can say that I'm really excited about the future and see what's going to happen. Only good news and all good stuff going on.
Awesome.
Do you have a match for the NWA pay-per-view coming up?
Nothing announced yet, so
There's
I
something
guess
coming, though, isn't there?
Huh?
Is there something possibly coming?
Of course, there's always something possible coming. But I gotta
We
tell you
can't say
guys,
it
go
yet,
and
though,
buy
right?
tickets. It's worth it. Go buy tickets if you're in that area. Uh, New Orleans. I don't know how you say it in English, but yeah. I think there's a high chance of seeing me there because I'm a big part of NWA. But even if I'm not there, go and support the brand. If you love wrestling, support NWA. Support Billy Corgan. He's cool.
So you were the queen bee. You won
One
that.
and only.
Now, when you got the crown, you didn't know that you were gonna get that crown. It was just like,
No.
the funniest of like, you're like, what the hell is this?
I was like, what's happening? Okay, crown. I like that part. And it was like kind of like the ref put it on me a little weird. It was like about to fall. I'm like, I gotta hold it. I gotta make sure it's not falling. I gotta be cool right now. It didn't fall, so yeah, I'm a queen bee, and nobody else was ever a queen bee in NWA. So I guess that's my personal title.
Awesome.
Until Max the Impaler destroyed
I know.
the crown. What the hell?
Yeah, no
Jealous. Everybody's jealous of me. I'm so used to it. I'm not even surprised.
You and Max actually have really, really, really good chemistry in the ring. Just like it's just amazing to watch you two go at it.
Thank you.
You want to talk a bit about that?
Yeah, I think you're right about it. Every match we have has something going on there. I enjoy every second of it, and I'm looking forward to wrestling her again. Actually, I think it will be awesome.
Yeah.
Something like big, or maybe even no DQ, something dangerous.
Oh,
I would love that.
Yeah, I think something about like the bigger girls, or
yeah, because I mean, if we go into those like things, just wrestling stuff, bigger girls, obviously strong girls, they can throw me around and I can do cool stuff. It's just good chemistry for me. I mean, I can work anybody, but bigger girls, they just have this power to showcase my selling talent.
Yeah. So let's talk about NWA really quickly. How did you get hooked up with Billy Corgan in the NWA brand?
They just reached out to me out of nowhere and be like, "Hey, we think you're awesome and you should be part of NWA." And I said, "Yeah, I think so too." And
you're like, I'm down.
That's simple. And honestly, I gotta say that I enjoy every second of working with NWA. They're awesome. I really feel like family. I go backstage, everybody's nice, friendly, no this weird competition, none of that. I'm happy. I like the company. I'm really looking forward to something bigger with them. And, one day you got to find your home in wrestling, and who knows, maybe it will be NWA.
Yeah, I think their women's promotion, promotion is tops right now. I don't think that there's anybody on any promotion right now that is doing as good with the women as NWA and Billy Corgan is. It's almost like he's got a real hold on what works with women's division.
Well, yeah, the thing that separates women, NWA is physicality. Yeah. Like, it's really strong style and tough women there. Nobody is pretentious, Everybody is really ready to work hard and not cry about anything. They just go for it. And I think that's the major idea of NWA women's division.
Awesome.
Who do you think is one of the nicest people in wrestling?
Brian Idol. He's nice.
How about women-wise?
Me, yeah, that's me.
Self-promotion. It's all about self-promotion.
Oh yeah, I'm nice. People say I'm nice. I prefer
Well, I
to
think you're
believe
nice.
it.
I will agree with that. You are very nice. Yes,
Yes.
we will
Thanks.
agree with that. I totally slipped my question. Aaron, you go.
Who, if you could wrestle anyone on the planet right now, who would it be?
Well, that's the thing. I never usually pick my opponents and have like dream matches or any of that. I just roll with what I got. I can wrestle anybody. There's no one person I'll be like, oh my god, I'll pick this person or anybody. No, I wrestle the greenest girl on earth and get experience from that, or I wrestle somebody who's popular and I'll be happy about it. But I don't have a dream opponent.
Can I say who I would like to see you wrestle?
Sorry?
Can I say who I would like to see you wrestle?
Yeah.
I would absolutely love a Serena Deeb versus Natalia Markova match.
She's great. She's awesome. Yeah, I would love to wrestle her.
Oh my goodness, the
I
Serena
think
Deeb and
she's
Natalia
like
Markova.
in top 5 wrestlers in the world. I agree with you on that.
Yeah,
Oh
I'd love to see you and Lady Frost go at it too as well. I'm a huge Lady Frost fan. She wrestled in Impact and NWA early.
Yeah, we were almost about to wrestle. I remember somewhere.
You were almost tag team partners.
And that too. Yeah, we're always like somewhere nearby, but never wrestle each other.
So let's talk about your time with AEW. I know it was kind of short lived. Is that door still open for you to possibly walk through and get to wrestling?
Actually, they always gave me the best feedback. I never got any bad review or bad like something is wrong about me ever. They like me there, but it's just I kind of started rolling with NWA, and I don't really be like doing 55 things at once. It's just not me. But yeah, the door is opened. I can always go there. You never know.
Yeah. Yeah, I loved you on being the elite. Jumping up to tap was one of my favorite.
I didn't even know what I'm doing. I didn't know what's the goal, but I was like, whatever, let's do it. Everybody's doing it.
They get the short. I guess Marco's stunt is shorter than you, but he wasn't jumping.
You needed a trampoline. Do you want to get into some questions from the crowd?
Sure. Let's get in.
All right, let's load them up.
All right, guys, what do you guys got? Noob says, I would like to see you wrestle Asuka. Not really a question, but
yeah, Noob says I like.
Liam says, talk about being in a Smashing Pumpkins music video.
That was fun. So that video was live on TikTok. So it was recorded live. So there was a chance of something going wrong or anything like that, but nothing went wrong. It was really, really, really fun because there was also Billy's fiance there, his kids. So it was definitely fun being of something like that, that personal, and that was cool. I enjoyed it, and I mean, whatever he does, it's always something cool and interesting, and I'm happy to be part of any of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So our friend Matthew, he's known as your candy supplier.
Thanks. He also protein bar supplier. Thank you, Matthew, for everything.
What is your favorite movie? He asks you.
Well, these guys have questions like favorite movie, favorite video game, favorite whatever. I don't really have favorite stuff. I just like different kinds of movies, different video games, or whatever, depending on my mood. So I cannot really pick one. I'm sorry. I like sometimes I like deep intellectual movies where you can just think. Or I love action movies where just everybody's like killing, shooting, crazy stuff going on, like Rambo, for example. I love Rambo movie. Yeah, I know, weird. And also I like horror.
Have you seen Shawshank Redemption?
I think I watched every horror movie on earth possible. So. Again, cannot pick one. All of them are awesome. Some are stupid, but whatever. I just like
Have you seen Shawshank Redemption?
Which one?
Shawshank Redemption.
Oh, yeah.
That is my absolute favorite movie. And it's the only movie I can watch like probably every year.
Yeah.
I mean, that one is legendary, so yeah.
It's like a 9 out of 10, I would give it.
Yeah.
So your favorite movie give 9 out of 10? Which one is 10 out of 10? Or you like
No, that's
still
what IMDb gives Shawshank.
Oh, IMDb, yeah.
What's your
Well,
Noob asked, what's your favorite
there's
song
no
from the
favorites.
80s?
I just like 80s rock. 80s rock music is my favorite rock my music. So I cannot pick one, sorry.
A
I'm
lot of
boring.
times
Every
people
time
see
you
you
come with
with
those
your
questions with favorites, there will be no answer.
a lot of times people see you with your headphones on, and they're like, "What are you listening to?" when you're at the
Yeah,
gym.
especially including you, by the way. People ask like, "Oh, and that picture, what song you're listening to?" I think I remember it was like 10 years, 10 hours ago. I took that picture. I don't remember what song was playing there. Something, some 80s rock, most likely,
That's
but I
awesome.
don't know which song in particular.
Like your actually your Twitter feed, like it's grown so much.
Oh
Like
yeah,
when
thank you guys for supporting me on Twitter. When you tweet at me, comment on my stuff, like retweets, it means a lot. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it. It grew so much for real. I have like 40 something thousand as compared to like a few years ago. I had 500 followers on Twitter. So yeah,
yeah, when I
huge.
first started talking to you, you only had like almost 5,000.
Oh yeah,
And like
that's
now it's almost at 50,000. So
now sometimes something happens in my life and I get like 3,000 in a week, and I'm like, wow, that's cool.
Yeah, I gotta say, you kill it with social media. Do you think social media has helped the professional wrestling
Oh, of
industry?
course, of course. Even at my school, to my students, I always say, hey, make a Twitter and keep rolling.
Yeah,
Sometimes you don't really want to tweet. Sometimes you do want to tweet, but just tweet regardless because that's part of the job. You
yeah,
know, people want to see what's going on with you. They cannot know what's going on if you don't tweet. So yeah, nowadays I think Twitter is a big thing. It helps a lot with the professional wrestler career. And
yeah.
by the way, let me do this little plug. If you're in Largo area, Tampa Bay area, Florida, I have a wrestling school. Come and join. DM me if you want to be a wrestler. Our school is really growing right now, so jump on the train while we have spots. It's like really growing. We're doing so good lately. So yeah,
That's
make sure.
yeah. Did you make it okay through the through hurricane?
Yeah, my area was not touched. It was just a little wind and a little rainy. That's it.
Okay,
Oh wow.
that's good.
Talk about the wrestling school a little bit. How cool would that be to be trained by Natalia Markova? So you and Brian Idol pretty much are hands on. You don't pass off to someone else. Like you guys are hands on with this training.
Yeah, basically, me and him are trainers there. So we have a little bit of a different outlook at stuff, but generally it's the same. So it's a good combo. So we teach you from different sides. He has his own history in business. I have my history in business. So both of us combined, it's a really good school. And I'm like not bragging, but that's true. I look at other schools. I see what they teach. Again, not trying to say bad stuff about them, but our school is focused on storytelling, psychology, old school stuff, mixed with the modern ways in wrestling. So, like, if you do it right and you stick with us, you will go far in wrestling if you have any kind of talent. I cannot obviously give some 100% promises you will be in this company. Obviously not, but I
Yeah.
can definitely tell you that will give you a really good base to go far.
Is there anybody that's in your classes right now that you think has it, like has what it takes to be a great wrestler?
Yeah, yeah, we have few guys that are really talented. They already go out of state. They wrestle different places, and I'm sure you will see those guys soon on TV somewhere. I just don't want to name names at this point, but
Yeah.
eventually they'll pop up.
Awesome.
Liam asks, "What are your goals while in NWA?"
I mean, again, if we talk about like the lifelong goals or just right now,
Give it
uh,
short term, long term.
I mean, obviously, I want to become the champion. That's a short term. I want to win the title. I think it's kind of too long with Camille for now. Somebody needs to break that. I think
Oh,
that should be me, obviously.
Totally agree.
I mean, obviously, I want to inspire future generations to go for their goals. I always say that in interviews, so whoever watches my interview, they're probably bored of me saying that. But that's my long-term goal, is for kids to see that what I've been through, how I got to where I got. It's just you work hard and you get what you want. That's how life works. You just never give up. And I want to see, I want those kids, whoever's watching, to see that it's never impossible.
Yeah.
So that's my long-term goal. And obviously, when you have a bigger platform to show this, it's better.
Yeah. I mean, it would great. It's great that NWA is pretty readily available on YouTube. You know, I mean, if you want to see it the night of, you have to obviously subscribe to the Fight channel. But you know, for those of us, you know, who are like, I want to get my feet wet first before I dive in deeply. They next day you can get it. You can get it replayed on YouTube. I think that's helped tremendously, getting NWA in the forefront in people's, you know, because the more I see on tweets, I'm seeing more and more about NWA, and I think that's a huge plus. Because you guys are just killing it. I mean, you guys, NWA
is really going in the right direction. They do things right. They're not trying to copy anybody. They're not trying to be second WWE or second AEW or compete against those guys. NWA just doing their own thing. Billy knows what he's doing. He has his own perception of how wrestling should be, and he just does it, you know? And I think that's the right thing to do, because I think over years they will just be where they want to be. It just takes time. But again, like I said, this is the company that's built on real values, on good things, not trying to go against people. They try to build their own, and that's what separates the company.
So you have been wrestling for 17, 18 years now?
15.
15?
Yes.
Oh, I extended you. Sorry about that.
Well, I probably look extremely experienced.
Yeah. So
I started in 2007.
Yeah, so you started when you were 17 years old.
Mm-hmm.
We talked a bit about that when you came on last time. Like, talk a little bit about coming in like brand new to like this, like compared to where you are now.
I mean, it's so different. It's just different life. I mean, I started in Russia, and then I went to Japan. I trained there. Then I was all over Europe. But I think like before I came to USA and after I came here, it's like two different worlds for me, because you know, like whatever people say, American wrestling is the most popular wrestling. So once I pop here and I started wrestling everywhere, it was different for me. It was different experiences. I learned a lot, again, like thanks to Brian Idol, who originally trained me here. He taught me psychology and storytelling and all that stuff. So I mixed it with a Japanese school. So yeah, I mean, I don't really know what the question is, what you want to hear. Like for me starting in right now, I mean, when I was starting, I didn't know what's going on. Now I kind of do, but again, I know that 5 years from now, I'd be like, oh my God, I didn't know what was going on back then, because you always learn. So, I mean, I try to be my best, but I know that you always get better when you do things right.
Yeah. I know like stereotypes are kind of get in there too. Like the Russian thing. Like I think like because you have a Russian heritage, like people like to stick that Russian label on you. How do you feel about that?
I mean, lately it's not as much anymore. Luckily, people just realize that I'm more than just Russian, and I'm not doing Russian gimmick. I just do my own stuff. So yeah, sometimes people still try to do like this Russian thing, Russian that. But I mean, if that makes them happy, okay, do that. I don't really mind. I mean, I think that the main thing about me is being a kind of wrestler who I am, being a person who I am. And it doesn't matter if I'm Russian, Ukrainian, French, or American. Yeah. It doesn't really matter. It's just the place I was born.
Yeah. I got a really good question. What promotion out there that you haven't wrestled for that you would love to wrestle for?
I mean, there is no promotion I'm dreaming of wrestling in. I'm happy to be an NWA, but if there is a promotion who wants to book me, I never been there, I obviously would go there. But there's no gold promotion. I still want to go and have a band to. I'm sorry for those promotions I never wrestled and they think that might be. It's just like I said, I always go with whatever. I don't like sitting there dreaming about stuff. I have so much stuff going on that I got to keep up with what I've got.
Yeah.
My goal is if I am with NWA right now, I will do my best for them. That's how I roll. But if there's I still have AAA lined up. I'm still about to go there. So that would be cool. I mean, if you count, I've never been there. That would be the one. But I kind of been there. I did promos, so I'm a part of promotions.
Yeah, you want to do more though, right?
Yeah, I'm about to go there. They just gotta give me the date. But it's just always like flight situation got canceled. So nobody's fault, not mine, not theirs. It's just life, you know.
Yeah.
So I will still go there.
Talk about maybe there's somebody watching right now that they're kind of out of shape. They want to lose some weight. What advice would you give to somebody who's just going to start trying to lose weight and get into shape?
It's really hard to give just one advice and be like, hey, this is it. That's the magic pill. And now you're losing weight all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Main rule is persistence. If you set your mind on that, you got to keep going no matter what. Because, going crazy and hard for 2 weeks and then quitting, it doesn't do anything for anybody. But if you go light, just a little bit, change your lifestyle a little bit, and then stick to it for your whole life, then eventually you will be where you want to be. I think that's the main mistake a lot of people do. They think that losing weight or getting healthy is some huge torture. It's not. It actually makes you happier, healthier. You feel better. It's just a matter of not going crazy. It's a matter of changing your life a little bit and go with it. Then change it a little bit more if you want and keep going. That's it. I think the main advice would be never stop. Keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, I was getting advice from you all the time on losing weight, and then I broke my arm, so it kind of lost all my momentum. So it's just pretty much about getting back on track and doing the things that I was doing before.
But you didn't go back though. You kept going.
Well, you get run when you when you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But I'm saying food wise and stuff. That's the thing.
Yeah,
what separates like really successful people from everybody else is that when something like that happens, you don't stop. Because life is always like that. Bad stuff happens. And obviously it's easy to stick to whatever you want to stick to when you're successful, everything is amazing, you're in good mood. But then those days come when you're not in a bad mood, when you feel depressed, everything is wrong, and then you want
to reach for the ice cream.
Exactly. Most people will go for ice cream, but if you want to be successful, you don't. I mean, obviously, it's not a literal meaning, but you don't do what you are not planning to do just because you feel sad. Moments when you feel sad, that's what defines you. You got to keep going and you'll be like, okay, if I overcome this, then I'll keep going even further when I feel better. And you will feel better. That's the rule of life. There's always up and down. But when you're down, you make sure you don't give up.
Yeah.
I just wanted to get that out there because you shared that last time. And I think it really, really helped a lot of people. I received a lot of positive messages from you sharing that, and it encouraged a lot of people to get on that train and that mindset.
Yeah,
that's awesome. I'm happy to hear. I'm happy, like, even if one person was able to change life because of my advice, it makes me extremely happy, for real.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, I love going for walks. I have 2 dogs that love to go for walks, so I have to keep exercising because they got to drag me around the park all the time.
Yeah, that's my favorite. I like going for walks. I walk like 2-3 hours almost every day.
Yeah,
that's my favorite type of activity, I would say.
All right.
So we talked a bit about food. Whoops. What are some of your favorite foods that you like to eat when it's like a cheat day or something? before you get back to the gym?
I like all junk food, all of it. There's probably no junk food that I don't like. I like milkshakes, ice cream, chocolate, donuts, sweet stuff, and as you can tell. But I also like pizza. I like burgers. I mean, everything. Hard.
Have you ever tried the maple bacon donut?
I actually did. I mean, I think you recommended me, right?
Oh,
I did.
so
I
you
mean,
tried it.
it's nice. It's not like my favorite type, but it's not bad. For me,
I
it's a
think
little
it's one of those
unusual.
once in a while things, right?
Probably, yeah, once in a while things. Like if you say, like, I can eat ice cream every day if I could, but not maple donuts.
All right. Do we have any more questions from the audience?
I don't think we do.
Just mostly comments. Let me see if we got this one.
Yeah. So Brianna asked, did someone ask why you went into wrestling and what you are passionate about? So what got you into wrestling in the first place?
I mean, obviously, wrestling itself. I saw wrestling on my TV when I was a little kid, and I realized that's what I want to do when I grow up. That's my goal, my life goal. That's what I love, and eventually end up doing it. And then that's how you should be. If you think that's something you gotta do in life, you just gotta go for it and do it instead of just dreaming. You know, a lot of people just stick. They have something as a dream, and they keep it as a dream.
Yeah.
I never had that. I felt like if I want something, I just do whatever it takes to get it. That's my mindset.
Okay. What are you passionate about?
Wrestling. I'm passionate about wrestling. Passionate about being in the ring, hearing crowd reactions, interact with my fans. I mean, wrestling itself is my passion. There's no like one little thing about wrestling that I like. I like all about it. I think it's awesome. I think it's an art.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I totally agree. It takes a special person to be a professional wrestler for sure.
I always say to my students, if you doubt if you should be a wrestler or not, that means you shouldn't.
Yeah.
To be a wrestler and to stay a wrestler for your life, you gotta be extremely passionate about it. You gotta love it with all your heart. Otherwise, you'll quit.
Yeah. We have a question. Do you have a favorite match?
Favorite questions about my favorite stuff. Favorite match? No, I don't have favorite matches. All my matches are special in their own way, and I just love being in the ring. There's no favorite match.
Yeah.
So you mentioned wrestling as an art form.
Yeah.
What about wrestling do you love so much? Like what is the most that you really can put into words, like as an art form?
I think it's because like I love sports a lot. Like I used to be a personal trainer, workout, so I really love sports, and I also love acting. I love movies and being showing emotions on the camera. Acting is my thing. Like I've been in a few movies, even like in Russia and Europe. And I feel like the best thing about wrestling that it actually combines both worlds. It combines the movies and sports, and then you can really feel the crowd at the same time, do athletic stuff, and you look good. You make yourself look the way you want. You have beautiful outfits if you want. You can be whoever you want in there, and I think that's an art. Not any other other art forms, they don't have all that combined in one. Yeah. And I think it's a perfect mix.
Yeah. Yeah.
Liam asks, what separates NWA from other wrestling promotions?
I mean, I think I already answered that question.
Yeah.
That they don't try to copy anybody. They're just being themselves. That's what's
exactly.
Yeah, gotta stay original, because that originality, for a real wrestling fan, originality goes a long way. I mean, you got cookie cutter promotions like the big guys who kind of do the same thing over and over and over again. But anytime I watch NWA, something new happens or something crazy happens, and you're like, wow, like it just like bowls me over how awesome that.
Happy to hear that. Yeah, they put soul in their product. Definitely soul there. It's not just some like commercial thing.
Yeah. Well, it helps when you have an owner that loves the sport and the art of pro wrestling for sure.
Yeah.
Liam asks, "Do you have a routine, a ritual before a match?"
I mean, I try not to eat like 5 hours before the match to feel lighter.
Yeah.
And I know some wrestlers, they do like listen to the music and whatever. I'm kind of boring in this regard. I just warm up not to get hurt. And that's it. I just focus on what I got to do there. I'm like jumping around. I definitely never sit down before the match. I don't like
Yeah.
sitting on like, okay, next, let's go. I cannot do that. I'm always like walk around. I'm like all energy and ready to
Yeah.
roll. Nothing like particular ritual. I don't have anything crazy.
Okay. You have any more questions?
So we coined the phrase Markova Army. Is there anything you would like to say to the Markova Army specifically?
Well, yeah, I mean, boring stuff. That's I'm too happy to have you guys, and I appreciate you guys. I'm happy to see every time if something going on, a little something. You're like, hey, we're on your side. We're ready to go. We're your army. Let's do this. Even with Carmela and all that. Just happy to see that I have this big army behind me, that I'm not alone. That's whatever I do, we do it together, and I feel that, and it makes me happy that I know if I get signed by some promotion, that will be you kind of getting signed with me almost, because
Oh,
we're just
absolutely.
always together.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Matt, he keeps on asking this question, so I'm going to just let him have it. Will you wrestle in Dayton, Ohio someday?
Hopefully, yes. I get booked everywhere, all over the place, so there is a high chance I will. If there's a promotion in Dayton, Ohio, they can reach out to me. We talk, and maybe it's gonna happen. There's always a chance, Ohio. I wrestled there a few times, not in Dayton, but different places. So yeah, there is a chance.
Awesome.
So I just want to talk a little bit about the sponsorship deal that we have with you. You're
Mm-hmm.
now the face of FN Wrestling,
Yeah.
and um, to start out with, you really encouraged me to start FN Wrestling. Um, I probably was sitting on the fence a little bit with the idea, but like it seems whenever I'm on the fence with something, you encourage me at the absolute right time. And
No, I remember that conversation we had. And yeah, I always thought it would be a good idea, and I thought you would do well at that. And you see, you're doing well. I always see people's talents.
thank you so much. Yeah, so when we started taking off to the next level, and the opportunity came to sponsor you and to make you the face of FN Wrestling, like to me that was like the full circle thing, because you helped encourage me enough to start this, and it sorry, I'm getting a little emotional, because without you there is no FN Wrestling. So I'm so happy that you're part of this, and so happy you're on the show today.
Oh, I'm happy to. I'm really happy. I appreciate everything you do. I think you totally deserve that. And I mean, seeing you
I'm
react to
so
like
sorry.
right. I mean, yeah, this whole thing means a lot to me too. Obviously, I mean, I do stuff here and there, but I'm always in touch. I always you're a big part of my career. I think you help me all the time, and again, being the face of FN Wrestling is a big deal to me, and I'm happy that I can be the face of your company, and I wish you nothing but the best. And I got to give you credit. When we had a podcast a few years ago or
It was
whatever,
only a year ago.
you improved. Remember I told you, well, you got to ask here there like a little bit, and now you're doing much better, you're improving. I'm happy to see that, and I'm sure again a few years from now it will be another different conversation, and you will be even better, I will be even better, and we'll talk
Well,
again,
it's
and
funny because
go another circle.
we had our other name at the time. We were called Just Another FM Podcast, and it was kind of just a name that we kind of made fun of ourselves, right? We didn't think that it would go very far. And you said, I think that you guys should have a more positive name.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's fine. And then I was like, then it just clicked on me like a few months ago, we need a better name because we're actually doing well. And I was like, I told you, I guess we should have listened to you, huh?
I think that's Aaron's way of saying you were right.
You know how many times I messaged her, you were right.
I'm glad you listened. It's definitely a much better name. And now there's like, whatever, now there's garbage. Okay, next, let's go. But, that's something major.
Liam, I'm not crying. You're crying.
That's so nice. I like it.
We love Liam the magician.
Minat, I don't know how to pronounce this name, but
he
did wrestle in Japan.
No, not yet. I wrestled in Japan a million times, but always in Tokyo or a little bit outside of Tokyo. I think Nagoya was the furthest I went, but I never been to Kyoto, not even wrestling. I never been there, and I'm dying to go there because I know it's so beautiful. They have those gardens there, and my dream is to get on Shinkansen. It's this fast bullet train they have, and I remember when I was there, I was so poor, I have no money at all, and I was like, one day I'll get on that train. That train was expensive.
How much is it to get on the train in American dollars?
Huh?
How much is the train to go on in American dollars?
I don't remember. I mean, I remember it in years. It was like crazy. I don't even. It was 10 years ago. I just remember that back then for me it was extremely expensive, and I never made a train.
We have a question from our friend Alex Haney. What's your thoughts on pineapple on pizza? Me and him have a disagreement. I say it belongs. What do you think? Belongs or doesn't belong?
I think that whoever likes it on pizza can have it. Whoever don't, they don't.
Huge
debates. Who cares? It's just why people don't argue about mushrooms on pizza or anchovies on pizza. For me, it's just another ingredient, and some people like, some people don't. I personally don't care. I just like pizza.
It's this controversy.
I know people like controversy. I'm the least. Like I said, I'm boring. I'm not controversial at all. That's why I don't make it my favorite football team. I don't tell you if I like pineapple on pizza.
I think you would make a good politician, Natalia.
What?
I think you would make a good politician.
Probably. Yeah, sneak.
Because you kind of stick handle around answers sometimes. So
you see it. And people tell me, like, what's wrong with you? Like, in wrestling, you got to be controversial. That's the whole point. People love that. I'm like, well, I don't care what people love. I'm just myself. If I cannot get there being myself, I don't really want to be there. I don't want to be up there being somebody else. I'm not. So I'm sorry, guys. I'm not controversial. I'm diplomatic.
Sometimes the best ice cream is vanilla. Just saying.
I don't see the question about ice cream. I see
what do you listen to when you're on the road? Typical
80s rock.
Yep, 80s rock.
Mostly 80s rock. Yeah, but obviously I have other songs too. Lately I listen to Smashing Pumpkins just because I'm like in that mood. This new single, Beguiled, that I'm in the video, is actually a really good song. If you guys never listened to it, you got to go check it out. It's a good song.
Yeah.
Is that the one from the music video?
Yeah, Beguiled.
Oh, it's
a new single. It's a good song. I was like, I actually love it. It's so good to be in the music, in the song that you actually like. Otherwise, it would be sad. I would be like, this song.
It's like this song again.
But no, I actually enjoy it.
All right. Do we have any more questions? You want to start wrapping this up?
Yeah, I think we can wrap it up. We've had her for
wrap it up, and I'll go watch football.
We can't keep her away from football.
Unknown question team.
Let's go.
All right. So, is there anything you want to plug?
Yeah, go ahead and plug away.
Follow me on Twitter, Real N Markova. Same for Instagram. Like I said, I have a school in Tampa Bay area in Florida. If you want to be a wrestler, referee, a manager, or anybody in wrestling, join the school, hit me up, DM me, buy my merchandise. I have 8x10s, I have kiss cards, I have air fresheners, t-shirts, all kinds of stuff. Just DM me, we'll figure it out. I'll give you a deal.
All right.
Thank you guys for supporting me. Thank you for having me on your podcast, FN Wrestling. Again, like I said, means a lot. Your support means a lot. Thank you for everything. And I was really touched to see your tears, Canada Dry.
I'm so
really
embarrassed. I tell you, I'm so embarrassed. But
no, that's the nice thing. It's so rare when you see real emotions in this life. I was happy to see that. That means you're a real guy, you know?
Yeah.
That's really nice.
Well, of course, you can find all her merchandise, but you can find our website, fnwrestling.com. Go there. We have a Natalia Markova section on the website dedicated to Natalia Markova, of course. If you go all the way down to the very bottom of the homepage, you can see all our social media links. You can click on anything right there, get in touch with me, get in touch with Canada Dry, join our prediction league, join a really positive wrestling community with FN Wrestling. If you like our shirts, I got one right here. It's called ProWrestlingTees.com/FN Wrestling. You go to Pro Wrestling Tees and get Markova's shirt as well. If you like old school wrestling like Adrian Adonis, we run his shop as well. ProWrestlingTees.com/Adrian Adonis. And I think we should bury the Hogan bit this week.
Well, she actually met Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, you got to meet Hulk Hogan
A bunch of times, yeah.
Yeah.
We used to work out at the same gym on Clearwater Beach.
Oh, okay.
Really? Do you guys have lifting competitions? Who can lift more?
No, it was actually like it was me and Brian working out there, and Hogan was like, "I can do that exercise too. I used to do it before." I'm like, "Yeah, sure, you sure did." And he's a cool guy. He's funny.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Hulk Hogan, when's the? Did you talk to Hogan today, Canada Dry? Did you?
I did not talk to Hulk Hogan, so Natalia just talked about him. So that's enough.
Yeah,
that counts.
Yeah, it counts. So that's Hulk Hogan 22, FN Wrestling 397. Remember, just keep fighting.
Yeah, fighting.
This has been an FN Worldwide Media production. You can find us on all social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and others. Head over to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/FN Wrestling. And while you're there, click like and subscribe. Want some swag? Head to our store at ProWrestlingTees.com/FN Wrestling. You can find all these links and much more at our awesome website, FNWrestling.com. As the JFB always says, you can book it.